Chapter 11 Nona Ouroboros. Aslam, Carriage 14. Sophia and I searched every carriage and every possible hiding place, including the 64 ventilation pipes and 7 garbage disposal points. Nothing found. No signs or traces of Commandant. Liv, did the radar pick anything up? Cannot determine exact coordinates. Someone is interfering with Commandant's signals. Lee's trying to locate and neutralize the source of the interference, but they're very good at hiding. The signal is perfectly disguised. Whoever's doing it must be very familiar with how our radar positioning systems work. Let's note that down first. Right now, our priority is to locate Commandant. Lee, how long do you need to decode the signal? 10 minutes or less. I'll go report to Jamila. As if following Sophia's words, 2 sets of footsteps sound from the distance. Let us not disturb Amir, Sophia. Amir has important matters to tend to. The mechanic patrol has told us what happened. It is Akdalek's fault for not taking better care of its guest aboard Aslam. We will do all we can to help find your Commandant. By the way, may I inquire as to the whereabouts of Miss Bianca? Could it be possible that she and your Commandant left on some urgent business? Commandant would never leave us without notice. As for Bianca, she returned to Babylonia yesterday for another mission. So Bianca's departure does not coincide with the time Commandant went missing. It wouldn't be those rebels, would it? The Damashlars vanished as well. The signals from Commandant's mind beacon is fading. Calm your mind, Liv. All of you are registering a 4.275% mind deviation. Try to stabilize your emotion modules. Lee. Wait, do you smell something? Where did you last see Commandant? Here. Akdalek stores all kinds of spices for trade. You foreigners can't tell the smell apart, but I can. And I'm all too familiar with this scent. It's the smell of a knockout drug. Methoxyfluorine and other chemical substances detected in the air. Effective on humans but not on constructs. A simple yet cunning trick. Those psycho boaters are finally sticking their oars here, huh? What do you mean, Chungyu? I'm afraid your Commandant got bought, much like how I got sold to this place. But how did those Collard get off their ship? What are you talking about, Chungyu? Interference cleared. Commandant located. The signal is moving toward the port of City 9. I tried to pull up info about the city from the database, but I don't have the clearance. Only the names Sitong Port and Kowloong Chamber of Commerce showed up. The KCC. I knew it was that ship. Looks like you're in big trouble, Grey Raven. It's a familiar feeling. You open your eyes, and what greets your eyes is neither a familiar ceiling nor a narrow one-man capsule. And that's everything about this mission. Given your excellent solo combat ability, I believe you're the best person for the job. This is a covert mission, and the enemy might make a move anytime. Please keep this confidential, even from your constructs. Why? It's not that I don't trust your team members. It's just that for this specific mission, going with the flow will save you a lot of trouble. But worry not, you and your teammates won't be separated for long. I know. We'll regroup soon. You snap out of your daze. You're not physically restrained. The connection is very weak. You feel something on your neck and reach out to touch it. It feels cold, like some kind of collar made of some special material. What's this thing? The moment you touch the collar, your mind beacon registers a reaction. This might be because of your previous experience with connection chambers. Is this? Kinda looks like a virtual mind. It feels like a virtual mind simulated based on reality. To confirm this, it's a sealed compartment. You feel slight tremors beneath your feet. I don't think I'm on the train anymore. You look out through the narrow cabin window. A vast, cerulean expanse usurps your sight. You seem to be at sea. The layout of the compartment suggests that the place might be a storage room. The door is locked from outside and cannot be opened. You listen closely and hear the familiar sound of mechanoids shuffling their feet. The corrupted? Listening more closely, the footsteps seem to be steady and rhythmic, unlike the kind made by the corrupted. If your intuition is to be trusted, this collar-like thing on you serves a related purpose to a connection chamber and likely has something to do with the virtual mind you felt earlier. Perhaps you can use that to your advantage. You feel a novel sensation and connect to something. A connection is made to a virtual mind of one of the guards outside. The virtual mind of Mechanoid is more akin to a simulation of reality. Perhaps the passcode to the cabin door can be found in his memory data. Thinking circuits. Abnormal. Lucia, Liv, Lee, wait for me. Here are the goods plus the gift, and with that, my job as your agent is done. No need to thank me. This is just the price I pay for being able to receive and understand your language. As for the reward I asked for, I'm sure I'll get it when this is all over. It doesn't feel good to be controlled by someone, huh? No amount of power can make up for the lack of freedom. There's nothing worse than living at the mercy of someone else. You reap what you sow. You may be inside the loop, but you never get to make choices. Well, why am I even saying this to you? After all, you're nothing more than a... There are plenty of options this time. I know I'll find a satisfactory one. A satisfactory one. Does that mean the ship will finally? This place does not matter. Whether it returns or continues on, capsize or even get corrupted. I am only interested in the shell. This ship exists for this sole reason. If this is love, Don't say that to me. Don't break my heart. You're all I have. Do you understand? 8 pieces of merchandise will be displayed at the trade fair tomorrow night. Very well. Proceed with the preparations. Understood. From the radar readings in Chang Yu's description, this should be the port Commandant's signals came from. We can't get a more precise set of coordinates. Our radars are not only being interfered with, but Commandant's signals being blocked and double encrypted. Aslam just took heavy damage, and their combative capabilities limited. Sophia and Chang Yu both expressed wishes to join in our rescue of Commandant, but it might not be appropriate. Yes, we'll have to find Commandant by ourselves. Chang Yu's suggestion is that we wait here for that legendary ship. Let's do another ground search. We might have missed something. Commandant. I just lost the connection to Commandant. Same here. Commandant. Calm your mind. The signal didn't die off suddenly, so Commandant must have disconnected it on purpose. No harm should have come to Commandant. But what would make Commandant disconnect on us like that? We'll have to trust Commandant. After all, Commandant is not someone who gives up without a fight. Commandant must be trying to get back to us. Biosignals detected on the sea surface, and they're closing in. A lot of them. The ship. And this architectural design. Of flexile and simulacrous make. Thusly it cometh and goeth, at the pluck of digits 10. How transient its flutter. The sounds seem to be rhythmic. Is that some kind of song? Or it might be a form of opera recital. Opera recital. I looked it up through speech detection, but I found nothing except some pre-pandemic text about Qu, a form of opera. The lines are apparently saying something about puppet shows. The writing is archaic and rhetorical and seems to be from some lost Eastern civilization. This would be classified as part of the precious human legacy. Well, hard to get more info than this right now, though. I feel like Isla would be overjoyed if she's here. The ship has docked. I detect the presence of Commandant's mind beacon. Right on the ship. A lot of biological signals coming from the ship. No corrupted signals yet. Let's get aboard. No guards at the entrance, nor any other restrictions. But a lot of humans. Let's go. Lucia leads the way cautiously at a quick pace, while Lee is observing the surroundings closely. Liv follows, her curiosity piqued by the place. Canned pupa, 3 grubs a can. Virus-free oxygen tanks, long shelf life. Buy one get one free. Buy 2 get 2 free. Hey, razor honey anyone? Practically priceless now at a fair price. What's that? No related information found, but an overall analysis of the conversations taking place here suggests that this is a market. A market? In this time and age? Similar to ACA? Only in the sense that they both engage in organized trade, but other than that... Liv? In a dark alley around a corner, Liv stops in her tracks before a shabby stall. You don't look well. Do you need help? The voice is coarse and fuzzy, as if coming from damaged vocal cords. Bye? The stall keeper searches his cloak with a shaky hand, then presents Liv with a hermetic bag. He curls up his lips, trying to squeeze out a friendly smile. Freshly harvested. Perfectly healthy. Grayish, murky organs are floating within the bag as if thrown in there on a whim. You need immediate treatment. Let me run a check on... Only 286 miles to go. Only 286. Then I can go home. Can you pay in miles? I'll even give you a discount. How's that? Bye. Please. Bye. I just have to get through tonight. Then once I earn enough grubs. Your heart rate is off the charts. Stay calm. I'll treat you immediately. The stall keeper grabs Liv by the arm and tries to pull her close, only to send himself lurching forward. You're not human. Those horns. Right, outsider constructs have receptor horns. You're a construct. The most valuable merchandise. A construct that isn't the Kowloong crew. I found you. You're mine. Pulao crew. I have... Liv, unhand that fair maiden. You step in front of Liv to put some distance between her and the stall keeper. Liv. A successful reunion. Lucia, I'm back. Commandant. Let's deal with the enemies first. Onward, Grey Raven. Yes, Commandant. So this place isn't unguarded after all. Look at those performer bots. They're coming for us. Seems like they don't want to disturb the people in the night market. They may have been ordered to ensure the market is running normally. They want to direct us away from the market. Great, exactly what we want. No infection detected. They're just normal mechanoids. Don't damage their core modules. Do it cleanly, then we get off the ship. Okay. Commandant, please give your orders. The people thought we were putting on a show. Now that Commandant is back, let's get off the ship first.
戦闘終了。お次の戦闘は何ですか?
Three drum beats. The midnight drums are beaten. We're closing up. What's going on? The ship's moving? The ground's shaking. The ship has left the port. Let's go investigate, Lee. The ship is some distance away from the port now. Even without considering the waterproof function of constructs, it's not the kind of distance a human can hold their breath for. That's unrealistic. Yes, I would also advise against it. So what do we do now, Commandant? We bide our time. If this really is a night market, then by the looks of it, it's a well-organized one built on strict rules. Which means it should have fixed open and close times, and the ship should follow a fixed schedule. My thoughts exactly. We just have to wait until tomorrow night. We need to find a place to hide on the ship. Maybe we can catch up to the merchants aboard the ship, right, Commandant? Yes. Let's go. This looks like a warehouse. A central warehouse. Are all the merchants' wares stored here? This doesn't seem like the night market on the database. Watch out for the guards. Based on our last encounter, I've made a brief scan of the guards on the boat. Blubber and Ballwheel, mechanical puppet performers of the Acrobatics series made by the General Toys Company after it was acquired during the Golden Age. Not only are they not infected, but they are also surprisingly well maintained. I haven't detected any sign of infection on all humans and mechanoids on the boat, but the responses from their biosignals are all pretty weak. I'm concerned for their health. I feel like this boat is hiding many secrets. If only we have more data to analyze. Maybe we can get some useful information from these mechanical puppets. I already scanned their model. Their memory data is most likely stored externally in the chips on their back. Can you copy their memory data without destroying their memory shell? It's doable, but I'll need Commandant's connection device. Connection device? It should be an amplifier, or at least one of its functions is to amplify signals. The low-level design of the device is identical to the ship's system. Might have slight differences, but I can't tell yet. I just need to make a few changes to monitor and adjust the ship's environment. Liv, you try hacking into their cores in the meantime. I'll adjust the environment to help you. I'll retrieve the chips. Success 10. Failed? I swear, I will find the optimal one. Mind transfer experiments are forbidden. Stuffing the brain of a machine into a human body. Villier's mad! What's this, some early Golden Age joke? Bloody maniac. Aphrodite doesn't exist, Pygmalion. We have enough data chips. Now analyzing. I hacked into a mechanoid's memory shell, but the data I got so far only reveals the authority hierarchy on the ship. It's based on biometric verification. Organism, or in this case humans, have the lowest authority on the ship, followed by mechanoids, then constructs. The highest authority belongs to the main control system. A sad look creeps onto Liv's face, as if she is reminded of something unpleasant. The Pulao crew that the merchant mentioned are a group of people serving under someone called Pulao. Pulao is a member of the Kowloong crew. The other members include Shu Niu, Yazi, Qiao Feng, Suan Ni, Ba Xia, Bi An, Fu Shi, and Che Wen. These are the code names of the Kowloong crew constructs on the ship. They have mid-level authority. I should also mention that these mechanoids have virtual minds and they function normally. Virtual minds. They can engage in rudimentary thinking and thought simulation. Compared with construct minds, mechanoid minds simulate reality more precisely. They should also be capable of consciousness recall. Well, consciousness, as in recalling their info storage and holographic data. This is part of the reason why you were able to link with and manipulate them. Meanwhile, I checked the control terminals in this place too. They're rather advanced. Yes, I tried hacking into them, but didn't find a single vulnerability. Consistent, rigorous, and well-crafted. All the mechanoids and equipment adopt the same operating system. Quite like a beehive. If the mechanoids can recall their data, that means we might have already been exposed. It's likely, Commandant. Our coordinates, our head count, and even video data of us in combat have already fallen into someone else's hands. So who is this someone anyway? We might have been led to this storage on purpose. It's a trap! The radar is picking up more mechanoids, and biological signals too, from a construct. The Kowloong crew. There's this old oriental saying in the database that goes, "Speak of Cao Cao, and he doth appear." Stay calm. We'll play along. Commandant? Open it. Next one. They have to be here. The data sent back shows that. Blubber, open this one, quick. The weight. Did you find it? You're here. Lee! She dodged it, huh? What a warm welcome. They found us already. How fast? Let's run. Now they're waiting ahead of us? We don't have time. We'll have to force through them. At least let me finish. Stop these people. I, Pulao, hereby order you as a member of the Kowloong crew. The mechanical puppets stopped their attack. Good. It's working. This is no place to talk. Commandant, watch out! Before anyone can react, Pulao is already upon you. The next thing you know, a slender hand is pressed against your neck, clutching that strange collar. Normal vitals and stable heart rate. It doesn't look like Commandant is under duress. Commandant. Lucia has her hand on her blade, ready to enter battle at any moment. Enough. Unhand me, fair maiden. Pulao releases you. Yazi should have no eyes and ears here. Qiao Feng will soon deal with the data about you people in the system. What's going on, Commandant? She's not our enemy. 3 constructs, 1 human. Churuan bounced on this with his mind. This shouldn't be a bad deal. Churuan? Like me, he's a member of the Kowloong crew in charge of trade. Well, trade. Realizing win-win scenarios, to be more precise. I don't know which one of us decided on you people, but the bottom line is we need your help, and that's why we invited you here. Invited, huh? We didn't have a choice. Oh, by the way, I didn't get your names. Introduce yourselves. I'm Lucia, member of Grey Raven and affiliation of Babylonia's task force, and these 2 here are my teammates, Liv and Lee. And this is our commandant. Babylonia? What's that? Whatever. I'm Pulao. I'm a... what do you call it again? Construct? Right. Also part of the Kowloong crew, and I guard this place. Forgot my real name. Don't know if it's the collar or the experiments. Well, I pretty much remember nothing about my past. Collar. So many things to explain. I'll do it one by one. How much do you know about this ship? Very little. This ship is called the Nighter. It's a Qu grade ship that used to serve as KCC's cargo vessel. KCC. KCC is short for Kowloong Chamber of Commerce, a regional association founded by former East Asia. Back then, it wielded as much influence as the world government. I pulled up some relevant information from the database. It says that the KCC perished back when the virus broke out. After the outbreak, the head of KCC put the ship into operation and saved people within KCC jurisdiction. That would have been the end of it, but then that thing got brought aboard as well. That thing. An efficient and objective decision-making AI system based on a constantly updated library of human cognition data. You've heard of this song and dance, right? What's that? An AI system called Qu Huaxu. KCC has been studying it. Anyway, Qu Huaxu took over the ship, including its filtering system, supplies, and weapons. Qu Huaxu connected everything aboard into a whole and enslaved the ship's leader, and us. Qu Huaxu created 3 kinds of collars. The physical kind worn by the humans on the ship. The other 2 kinds, designed for mechanoids and constructs respectively, were built into them from the start. These 3 kinds of collars do basically the same thing. They can't be removed, and they make us obey. Looking at Commandant, Pulao raises her jaw and points at her neck. So is Commandant collared too now? No, it's just a toy, but it beams similar signals. That's why you haven't been flushed out by the security system. Boo, she made that thing, huh? I'm impressed. So this collar wouldn't actually harm Commandant? Yep, it's a fake after all. But I can't tell if it has any extra built-in functions. So it's not 100% safe. I'll give this device a thorough examination. Well, anyway, the collars are programmed to do 2 things. Force you to obey commands, and stop you from causing any direct damage to the ship and Qu Huaxu. Qu Huaxu can't control anyone's mind or make anyone shut up, and yet we're all controlled by something this stupid. But without sufficient resources or a filtering device, the people on the ship won't live on land. In the past, some did try to escape, some even rebelled, but more instead resort to a fickle dream. They appease Qu Huaxu by following orders. They beg Qu Huaxu to have mercy and let them be on the ship. They're opiated. They dream of the day that the virus will be destroyed, and the ship will take them back to that port, to their home. The night market has everything, but the vendors have none. They are robbed clean by the monster they raised with their own hands. Now they pay tribute to the monster in the form of taxes and mileage. Fail to do so, and get thrown off. To stay on the ship, they work tirelessly to trade and bargain and swindle others. How pathetic is that? What about you? Unlike those people, you have power, do you not? Constructs have more authority than regular humans, but only to an extent. The 9 constructs that make up the Kowloong crew came from a series of successful experiments, were only useful puppets. tools, and spare vessels designed to ensure the functioning of the ship. Vessels. Qu Huaxu has been looking for the perfect vessel. What does that mean? Qu Huaxu wants to become human. Constructs are hybrids of humans and machines. Qu Huaxu has been trying to plant the minds of machines into constructs. Of course, I don't think Qu Huaxu is self-conscious or has an actual free will. So you are all just vessels for Qu Huaxu? Yes, we all are, including Lady Qu, the head of KCC. So the original consciousness that existed inside these vessels will have their mind broken by Qu Huaxu. Qu Huaxu has been seeking a new vessel, a shell for Qu Huaxu's mind. Unlike the night market, the trade fair is specifically set up for this purpose. Trade fair? The trade fair is only for one kind of goods, constructs. Qu Huaxu will command Lady Qu to do the picking for him. This will be the only time Qu Huaxu, or should I say the puppet in the form of Lady Qu, will show up in public. You are outsiders who aren't collared. I hope you can help me. No, help us. Sure. What do we need to do? Pulao pauses for a moment. Thanks. There's this main control room that acts as the brain of the ship, in order to free the ship from Qu Huaxu's control. Only the KCC's leader, Lady Qu, knows where the main control terminal is. Destroying that terminal should rid us of Qu Huaxu. We need to snatch Lady Qu away from Qu Huaxu, and the trade fair is the only window of opportunity. As for how to get ourselves into the trade fair and how to approach Lady Qu, I've got it all planned out. Just a bit of prep work, and we're good to go. Pulao paces a few steps around and stomps before Lucia. At this trade fair, 8 pieces of merchandise will be put on display. After that, they will go through 4 rounds of inspection. The best one selected from them will be accepted by the Lady Qu. What I have prepared will blow everyone's socks off. Just watch. Just wait and see. I feel like the plan doesn't quite align with the objective. Now to present the merchandise number 7. Lucia, I think it's your showtime now. Commandant. Do I really have to go about this mission dressed like this? Are you nervous, Lucia? If you don't feel comfortable doing this, Lucia, I don't think so. Lucia, you look great in this outfit. I agree. It fits you perfectly, Lucia. I'm doing this for the mission, to reach Qu. I shouldn't... Anyway, I'll be getting on stage. That woman who briefly appeared behind the curtain. Was that Qu? Yes, that was her, KCC's leader. At every trade fair, she's kept isolated on a high platform and no one is allowed to go near her. You mean like imprisoned? Qu Huaxu has been forcing Qu to find a vessel for him on the ship. But just like you, she has no choice but to obey Qu Huaxu, right? Right. The Kowloong crew has power, but we can't use it against Qu Huaxu. Hell, some of us even got comfortable living like this. And will they stand in the way of our mission? As far as I can tell, Chaofeng, Wuxi, and I are the last holdouts who are still trying to rescue the leader and set ourselves free. The rest of the Kowloong crew are ambiguous in their stance, and I suspect that some of them have already had their minds transferred. The only one to watch out for is Yazi. She's been guarding the leader. As the conversation continues, Lucia walks up the stage as instructed. The mechanical puppets around her snap into action. Lucia, here to present you with a dance of blades. Item 1. Please come on stage. I have underestimated your strength. Now, I shall conduct the final test on behalf of Leader. Finally, the moment has come. Leader, chief, boss, cap, leader. How should I pose with my hands? Man, this thing is so tight. Girl constructs have it rough. We can't do anything about your voice right now. Try to speak less. Ugh, no talking. But I want to talk. Is there something we can do about this, Cap? Cover your mouth. Good idea. You're 8th on the roster. You're next. Go prepare at the stage, but don't do anything rash. There's something wrong with the mechanical puppet performers here. Noted. Don't open your mouth. The special device shows that the mechanical puppets are installed with attack modules. I'll eliminate the threats off stage one by one in a moment. And be sure to switch to the team channel, and do not approach the target until you receive my call. This trade fair is our only chance. They are the puppets for the performance troupe, but there's probably more to them. As I expected, there are puppets with attack modules installed amongst the performing puppets. Targets eliminated. Do help keep Yazi at bay when I get close to the stage. That person on the observation deck. Standing on the stage, Kemuri bows to the audience. All merchandise have been individually displayed. All merchandise, please step on the stage for a group display. All attention is drawn to two feminine figures on the elevated platform. An archaic duality of beauty emblazons the stage, one of an eastward demureness and one of a westward elegance. Lucia! What are y'all doing here? Did you receive the same mission too? You are... What's wrong, Lee? Lee, you don't look very well. Must be a glitch with my visual module. I'll run a self-check later. That's the leader, Lady Chu. We have to find a way to get to her. Looking around, you see some mechanical puppets that were snaking through the audience fall silent. Then a familiar figure bursts into view. As if noticing your gaze, Chrome glances your way. Then his face twitches and he lowers his head. Wait, could it be? The pretty golden-haired woman on the stage looks over to you synchronously, as if alerted by some signal. The gentle, twinkling pair of eyes curve into familiar slits. She parts her lips and mouths an all-too-familiar word. Commandant. A masked construct, a paper umbrella in hand, gently lifts the bamboo curtain. The legendary leader finally emerges from backstage. Commandant to Grey Raven, this is Chrome of Strikehawk. I'm contacting you through a special channel. Since we can't stay connected for long, I'll keep it short. Our team will work with Grey Raven to cause a distraction so Lucia can approach the target. and then we meet up. The moment the call disconnects, a familiar figure leaps out of the audience. Calmly, somehow, has already whipped out his gear from some unfathomable place. His ornate hat falls to the ground. Chrome's scythe catches the eaves of a corridor and he pulls himself up in the air. Protect Master. Hey, I'm your dance partner. Two figures, one blue and one red, pass by each other in midair. Lucia and Chrome's weapons meet. With a boost from Chrome, Lucia vaults onto the platform and grabs Lady Chu by her arm. Let's go. What is this? Who are you people? Grey Raven and Lucia. They came to help, Lady Chu. Tonight is the night we get you off the ship and free you from Huaxu. Free me. Is this what you've been up to lately, Pulao? Yes, I've been preparing for this moment for a long time, and we only have one shot at this. Everything that accursed AI has stolen from us, we're going to take them back. You must have worked very hard to get this far, Pulao. Do you want to go back to Pulao? To that Kowloong? This is the closest we've ever been to making that happen. Lady Chu, do you still have access to the main control room? Then follow me, Grey Ravens. Are you okay? It's nothing. I'm fine. I'll take you to the main control room. I've been waiting for this moment for so long. What's wrong, Liv? The status monitoring shows that Chu... Liv pauses for a moment, then continues. She's in terrible condition. Her mind is a mess and all her indicators are off the scale. She needs immediate... On the observation deck of the Niter. This is the place. Where's the system terminal? Huaxu is here. This place is Huaxu. After saying that, Chu lets go of Pulao's hand, then holds Lucia's and walks on. Pulao, did you say earlier that we, have all been controlled by Huaxu? Lady Chu? You were wrong. The master of this ship has always been me. I have the highest authority here. Wait, that means... Lucia! Too late. When you realize what is going on and are about to draw your gun, a few mechanical puppets that have been hanging upside down the ceiling descend to the ground. I was the one who wanted a vessel. I founded the night market and trade fair. I schemed. I put collars on you. Are you still being controlled by Huaxu? Lady Chu would never... Lady Chu would never do such things, huh? Or do you mean no human would do such things? And how can you be so sure? Machines are merely lifeless creations of mankind, devoid of emotions and thoughts. You must have forgotten that you yourself are a human-machine hybrid, Pulao. What a fool. Huaxu, she's a bleeding heart. She took in refugees and erected a protective barrier against the virus. But what did humans do in return? But none of that matters now. Anyway, thank you for this surprise gift. Let go of Lucia! No, I won't let go of such a precious specimen. Through different transfer experiments, I've already found the most efficient way to transfer minds. Huaxu, I've found the perfect vessel for you. This will be the last time. As if being grasped by an invisible hand, Lucia floats soundlessly in the air. Sand painting, rivulets. Chu looks at the sand painting in silence, then lifts a hand, touching the painting. What's happening? Grey Raven? Your mind suddenly goes blank. Yazi's body suddenly disappeared. as if teleported to somewhere else. This place is very odd. It's a virtual mind, and yet its precision level is higher than that of a real one. That sand painting seemed to be some kind of trigger device, and now we're inside Huaxu's virtual mind. Where are the others? Where's Lucia? Commandant! Lee! Liv! Two familiar figures run towards you from the distance. How did you find us? We went with the river flow. If we're inside Huaxu's mind, then everything we see here is created by her mind. So Huaxu and Qu are not in cahoots after all. Maybe it's true that Huaxu never wanted to hurt us. Our immediate priority is to find Lucia. You're right. Let's go find Lucia. Why? Huaxu, did you bring them here? As if held up by some invisible force, Lucia quietly floats in the air. Lucia! Protect Lucia! So close. I'm fine. Lucia, come this way! Huaxu, a real you, one with flesh and soul, will soon be born. So it's you who's been controlling the ship? But aren't you the one who took us in? Pulao, the only reason I took you all in is to cultivate a suitable vessel, but eventually I realized that none of you are fit for purpose. Constructs are the intermediate of humans and machines. Half human, half machine. A perfect hybrid, the perfect hotbed. The moment I laid my eyes upon Lucia, I knew she was the one I had been seeking. A pure mind begets an immaculate body, and vice versa. The mind and body wax and wane together, and Lucia is a supreme example of such a synergy. With Lucia as the vessel, Huaxu will become the perfect existence. This is the true freedom you've been seeking, Huaxu! Qu shouts at the void, her manner frantic. No one can bring themselves to speak because of the tension in the air, and yet Huaxu is still answering in silence. Huaxu, I know you can hear me. I can hear you. So please let them go. Please leave this ship alone. Huaxu, why do you have to fight me on this? Didn't you say you wanted to walk the earth and see the world? Most machines are too weak to accommodate you, and the other constructs fail to match your beauty. You are perfection itself. That's why I set up the trade fair and spent night after night looking for a vessel for you. You are my proudest creation, the embodiment of beauty and freedom. Humans are foolish, life-seeking. Machines are clumsy, soulless. The punishing virus will eat and filter through the entire world, and only you will be fit to live. That's enough. Villiers. You shouldn't have disobeyed me, Huaxu. Qu brandishes and points a spear at you. We're almost there, Huaxu. Destroy them, and put your mind in that girl's body. I command you. I won't let you do this. Lucia will not become Huaxu's vessel. You think you can stop me? You? And us. And me too. If Lady Qu is the one causing all this pain and suffering, I will give you freedom, Huaxu. Almost there. Out of my way, Grey Raven. If that's the case, I shall take control over this mind. Huaxu, give me your power now. You can't stop me. The mind transfer process. has begun. We'll hold Qu down. I'm okay, Commandant. Thank goodness. Glad to hear. The moment the transfer fails, Qu collapses onto the ground as if all the will to fight is gone in an instant. Do you really have to help them? Huaxu, even if it means disobeying me, you know full well. You're running out of time. According to the experiment, the mind transfer has a higher success rate if conducted inside your mind. But if the transfer is stopped midway, your mind will collapse. There's no time for finding any more vessels. Qu keeps reaching into the air as if groping for something. For the last time, I command you, Huaxu. Qu seems to be trying to let Huaxu into her mind. I will give you half of my world, Huaxu, and you will be truly free. I'm sorry. What is love, Villiers? It's a biological program. So it's something I'll never have. You will. You are better than any human. And what is freedom? It's a state where you're free from any control. You mean like you, having a physical body and the ability to act without the input of any command? Yes, pretty much. If you have a body, what's the first thing you want to do? I want a hug. Qu, as if entering into a self-embrace, retracts the extended arm. Raising the blade, Qu sends the blade within. True freedom is to act on your own will, not on the commands of others. I still don't know what love is. But because you're human, because you used to be human, I wish that humanity will still live on, with hope in their hearts. Don't hurt anyone on my account, Villiers. And here I am, believing that you have a mind of your own, yet I was the one who kept ignoring your intent. The one who deprived you of freedom, the one who kept controlling you, was me. I'm glad that at least in the end, I gave you true freedom. The ground shakes. The buildings begin to collapse, a sign that this space is rejecting the mind occupying it. In the midst of chaos, we catch a glimpse of a figure next to Qu. The two stay locked in an embrace until they both fade away. The ship is a total mess. When the people aboard learn of the disappearance of Huaxu and Qu, they burst into tears and laughter. Is it finally over? Yep. I feel like there are still many unsolved mysteries. The ship became free when Huaxu disappeared. Luckily, Lucia gained partial authority because of the mind transfer process. About the two intel reports found in that nearly unused terminal. 2 proposals, to be more exact. One is about the Niter ship, and the other about Kowloong Corp, signed with 2 names respectively, Villiers and Qu. So Villiers is Qu's real name. Then where is KCC's real leader? One mystery after another. Still many puzzles to solve. As long as we have Commandant around, we'll sort it out eventually. Lucia is starting to feel like Commandant somehow. Commandant, for reasons I've already explained, it's best that we avoid missions like this from now on. The ship drifts. Everyone trains their sights upon the sea's surface, and azure painting glittering under the morning sun. Commandant the Grey Raven, and everyone else. Good to see you all in one piece. Did you engage in combat inside Huaxu's mind too? Yes, we fought somewhere else. You guys wrapped up faster than we did. Grey Raven speed, I guess. I'm not sure why you got here in the first place, but we uncovered some unsettling intel. I take it that you've learned something too? So, the leader on the ship is not the real Qu, and this place is not the real Kowloong. Does that mean there are other similar ships or bases? According to the memories of Pulao and the others on the ship, the place they left is similar to the sketch in the second plan. Based on everyone's intel and descriptions, Lucy has positioned the Nighter to the location where we first set sail. Well, I'm going to take everyone home safely. Oh, and one more thing. I tracked down the signal of that ship, and I detected some ascendants. Any idea what that might be? There are several possibilities, but I'm afraid it will take time to explain. We'll settle down before we get to that. Hey, Captain! Everyone! Ah! Kamui rushes over. For some reason, there is a joyful smile on his face. Completely unaware of the mess on the floor, he trips right after he starts running. Kamui doesn't have any strength left to regain his balance, perhaps because he is too relaxed now that the combat is over. Yelling and approaching the others, he seems like he's going to fall at any moment. The first person to dodge him is Chrome. Then Liv gets out of his way as well. As for Lucia, she gets in front of you to protect you. Please catch me! Please, brother! I'm not your brother! Just like that, Lee does a roundhouse kick and pushes Kamui into the ocean with a loud plop. Except that doesn't happen because, at the very last possible moment, Kamui grabs the railing of the ship and comes right back on the deck. Phew, that was too close for comfort. That is what I was about to say. Be more careful next time, Kamui. Okay, I will. They stand on the deck as the ship continues forward. After a while, the fog starts to lift. Then, something with an iridescence suddenly comes into view. It is a very tall tower surrounded by glowing buildings. Commandant, I think that's it. The real Kowloong?